Hi, this is Lori Ann Rickard from My Health Spin. So glad you could join us today. I did not know it, and you might not know it, but it's actually July is National Child-Centered Divorce Month. And as many of you know, I'm a single parent and was divorced when my children were very, very little. So this is a topic that is very near and dear to my heart, and we thought that we would focus on it today in our Periscope talk. I think, I talk to lots of parents that are going through divorces, and I think we tend to, as adults, get caught up in the process of the divorce, the procedure that you're going through with the court. And I often tell parents in my legal practice that it's probably the hardest thing to do to take a couple that obviously are having a great deal of difficulty communicating, because otherwise they wouldn't be getting a divorce, to then ask them to do the hardest thing that they'll ever have to do in a marriage, which is, figure out how to raise children. And so if you're finding that you're having difficulty, I think you're in good company with all the other parents who are getting divorced and trying to struggle with this process. And I think the best advice is just to keep it simple. You may have a very complex situation or not be getting along very well with your spouse, but as far as the children go, it's very simple. Mom and dad both love you. Whether we live together or not, we will always love you and will always be there for you. I talked to a wonderful couple recently, and I gave them and they're newly married, and they're having a very difficult time with his ex-spouse in dealing with two young children. And I give them very basic rules, that the number one goal is them as a couple, that they're on the same page, and number two, that the only thing they're going to care about is what's in the best interests of those kids. And so all the other stuff from the ex-wife and all the other things that everybody's fighting over really have nothing to do with the kids. I think the other thing that is really important is, the kids are going to take the lead from you. And so, I was talking to this woman who was newly married and just kind of saying, look, you're the team leader. If you look like everything's okay and you communicate that to your new spouse and also the kids, everybody else is going to feel like it's okay. And that doesn't mean that you feel every minute like everything's fine. You might be freaking out and very upset with the ex-spouse or whatever is going on with the kids. But it means that that's what you need to communicate to the kids. Kids thrive on structure, they thrive on security and love. And if you just communicate that, even if there's a lot of background noise, everybody's going to be fine. So that's basically the tips that I would give you today. So glad to have you join us. If you're interested in this topic and other topics like it, we'd love for you to communicate with us on Facebook. Like us. We're on Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and anytime we get a chance to talk to you, we really appreciate it. So this is Lori Ann Rickard, hoping that you can spin your healthcare your way.